Hi, this is Kevin with KKOA. Today I am going to take a look at some of the seals that are going around the slide out, and particularly that are where it kind of joins in the seal, so we can see about making sure there's no leaks, because the last thing you want to do is you want to be able to have, if there's any cracks or any kind of leaks, it can cause your floors to rot out on your slide out, and it can cause, you know, your floors and everything to rot out on the inside. You want to make sure that you find leaks. If you notice leaks, especially on the inside where the carpets are wet or wallpaper starts to get kind of ripply or bubbly or anything else, that's a good indication that you have a leak. But as looking at the seals, this is what we've kind of noticed on ours. I saw that right there with the slide out, it looked like it had been starting to kind of come, like the staples had started to pop out, and it caused that seal to break loose. And it looks like it may be up at the top as well. You want to make sure that you try to get a hold of this and catch this right away. This doesn't, I mean, it's more on the outside, it does seal this together, but things like this can cause, if water gets in there, or water seeps down into the inside, it can start causing floors to rot out and start causing damage. We're also going to look at the seals around the windows. As you can see where kind of the Dicor, they put like a Dicor sealant that goes around. Looks like some of that Dicor, some of that sealant may be kind of pulling away from that. I'm just going to put a nice bead of caulk. You see where it starts to get brittle and breaks away. So we're going to seal that as well around the windows. The last thing you want is anywhere that water can seep in, and then it starts going down the wall, and then next thing you know, you've got a real issue on your hand. Floors rotting out and everything. All right, we're just gonna clean this really good, so that way we'll clean this real good, so that way when I put the new sealant, a silicone down there, it'll adhere to it. So we'll just, all right, I have a couple different kind of sealant. You want to make sure that you use kind of a, you know, 100% silicone sealants. I got a couple different ones to kind of use. Both of them are pretty much the same. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you do use like 100% silicone, because the silicone provides more of a seal, but it also is a little bit rubbery and stretchery as well. If you get more of a latex base, it may not stick or stay in there or seal it up nice. All right, I'm just going to run a nice little bead. You don't have to worry about it. It'll looking pretty. It'll dry clear and you won't see it. Biggest thing, as long as you fill in the gaps, create that seal. All right, so you can go ahead now. You see that kind of sealed all the way down. You can just take a rag and just kind of wipe off any of the little excess that you kind of have, and it's nice and sealed. That right there will prevent any leaks. Let it go ahead and dry and set overnight, and it'll prevent any leaks that you may have. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna seal. I've kind of taken off the sealant. I'm gonna go ahead and put some silicone along this edge too. Even though the Dicor sealant, it's got Dicor sealant that's in there, that looks like it's kind of sealing it up, but just for good measure, I'm gonna go ahead and just put some silicone going around the whole window frame. Now we're gonna look along the seal. We'll check along the seal here. It looks like somewhere some of the sealant's kind of coming off. We may put a little bead going across that. And then as you can see, here's an area that the sealant that is kind of broken. What we don't want is we don't want moisture or rain or anything to get on the inside of that, because that can cause your subflooring of your slide out to leak. Part of caulking and sealing, you want to make sure that you inspect everywhere, especially along the seams. We had noticed something where it is starting to kind of come apart. You definitely want to make sure that you identify what the issue is and make sure that you caulk it. It looks like something has caused the caulk and everything to break here, but we're going to go ahead and seal this up anyway as it is until we make sure. Things like this can really lead to a lot of problems, because if you get water gets down in there, it can start warping the wood and start warping the fiberglass, the subflooring. So the last thing you want to do is make sure there's no holes or anything that water can get into. So areas, things like this are really important to go ahead and seal up right away. So we're just going to, definitely going to fill this in, seal it. At least we'll get it sealed until we can determine what it's caused. It could have been a screw that's loose. It could have been a screw that popped out or anything in the front. But I'm just going to fill it with some silicone for now. Make sure that that's all filled in, because that can lead to a potential problem down the road. Well, I hope you found this video discussing about sealing and caulking areas of your RV, the importance of it. Hope you found it to be helpful. Please don't forget, if you continue to like these videos, please don't forget to give us that thumbs up and continue to hit that subscribe button down below. Once again, thanks for watching another video from KKOA. Bye.